birthday. Am I the asshole for not paying my daughter to babysit our younger siblings? I think you should probably plan for some compensation. It does not have to be money. Like, from a certain age, like let's say 14 or 16, it starts to make sense to give a little bit of financial freedom to your kids when they do stuff for you. So, yeah, compensation. Like, let's say Hebda, my older child decides to, well, is taking care of her brother and sisters while I'm at a dinner with her mom, okay? I could decide to compensate my child by, I don't know, taking a gift card to her favorite restaurant and be like, go live, go buy yourself something that you will really enjoy. Hey, Ghostly, how's it going? It's been a while, my friend. So my 20 years old daughter is currently a college student. Okay, so she's still living in your house free of rent. Yeah, that's compensation. She's 20. You're giving her a freaking... I'm going to catch up on that, Ghostly. It's not going to be long. Sorry. She's 20. At that point, if she's not already paying for rent, you're asking her for support. Like, yeah, okay. You have to do your things. You're now an adult, technically, according to most laws. Like, maybe not in the US, you're 1 year off, but it's gonna come soon, okay? Well, thanks for the alert. Okay, so I only ask her to do a few things around the house from time to time, like cooking and cleaning. Typical things you're expected to do on a daily basis anyway. Occasionally, she has to watch over her younger brother since I may be busy with work or when I need a break to hang out with my girlfriend. Good. My daughter recently spoke up to me about how she feels I'm putting too much of a workload on her back, which I don't see how. She told me she's okay with cooking and cleaning around the house, but having to watch over her siblings was annoying and stressful, and that it's taking away from her studies. That pissed me off because myself went to school while having to pay bills and take care of her as a baby alongside my ex-wife. Yeah, but here's the thing though. These were your choices. You decided, or a baby happened, okay, while you were still studying. These were your decision. These were your consequences. She did not decide for you to make more baby, you know? I told her she was acting very privileged and that if I could do it, so could she. She didn't like that very much and stormed off in her room. Good, fair. That's how I would probably react to that kind of things. Well, she went behind my back and told my sister about how bad I was treating her. That's a bit... That's not helping. Like, I guess at that point you take it in your ego and it's gonna go wrong. My sister is very kind and gullible at time, so she called me and said at least I could do what I could do was give her an allowance for the chores I make her do. You're already offering her a place to live. Like, I explained why I felt that wasn't necessary, and she told me not to compare my situation to my daughter. You cannot compare. That's true though. You cannot compare your situation to your daughter's, since apparently I put myself in the position I was in back then, which I guess is a fair argument. Okay, fair. At least he's about to recognize that he took decision that made him have those responsibility, not someone else, not his father. But since she was living in my house rent-free and I'm paying for her college, I feel that in itself should count as an allowance. That's the point I was making earlier as well. So I just wanted to ask whether I'm wrong for not wanting to pay her extra money to do basic chores. Edit. So in regard to how often I ask her to babysit, usually 3 times a week. It's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. Once a week would be super fair. 3 times a week? Man. Okay. I had 2 jobs. I was going to college. I was in an MLM at the same time at some point in my life. And like, that still fit in one schedule. I had 2 jobs. I had 1 job, 2 kids. And I'm streaming like 5 times a week. Like, but those are all my choice. Those are not like consequences of the choice of someone else. I decide what kind of workload I want to put on myself. She's at the moment assuming a workload that she's not able to work with. This is what I understand. And that's a little much. Let's just say, how many hours just cut it to an average, like 3 times a week, 4 hours. If you pay that, like he says, brothers, like more than one kids, most probably. Let's say you just pay like $40, 120. I guess it makes college and rent. Makes about college and rent, even more if you're in the US. Here's the thing. College costs a lot. I'm hesitant, okay? College costs a lot, but here's the thing. There's a lot of things that he decided. But then at that moment, there's a few things that her daughter decided that he has to deal with as well. He didn't, and I swear, like, I'm a teacher. I'm the first one I will encourage to go get higher education. But his daughter decided that she would get higher education. Do you want to give me the shrimp for a few minutes, or you're just leaving it with her? Ah, you're here for a good night hug? Arr! He has a little lion. He likes him. Do you like him? Not more than hitting the mic. Thank you. Do you want your life? I'm giving you back to mom. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things in here that depends upon the decision of Opie. But then there's some decision that his daughter decided to take. I will guess that if he has to pay for the rent, you have to pay for the rent for your own kids up until they're like 18. I think legally it's 16, but 18. I'm not that. This is not lawyer talk. This is like the best I can do here. I'm super hesitant. Because like the daughter decided she wanted to go to college and she's not able to pay for it. She probably does not have a job, which is why that allowance talk needs to come out. But she's now 20. She should honestly probably honor a job to some point. And that would be a wonderful excuse not to be able to take care of your own brothers and sisters. I can make an argument that would like make Dad the asshole. I could make an argument that would make him not the asshole. I'm very on the fence on this one. Like, she's 20. Here's a thing that could happen, okay? If you want to convince him, if you want to make him understand, I will say that he is the asshole. And as said, like, I'm on the fence, but he is the asshole. Because if his daughter was not in the house, he would still have to do the cleaning. He would still have to care about its own other child. So he's not able to see the situation from a point of view where if she's not there, he's also losing. Because what's going to happen based on that? Eventually, she's going to overload on work. And she's going to start to consider that it would be easier to share a flat with any other mate, like with 2 or 3 friends, worst case scenario. You share a flat, not having to care about a thing in the world, have a part-time job or a full, sadly, like it often happens. Like I had a full-time job while I was in university. So have a job, pay for her shit, but at least know that once she's done paying for her shit, everything else is okay. So, best case scenario, she's leaving anyway, eventually. And you're ending up with more responsibility as a father than you had when she was there. I think her presence is probably something that is positive enough in your life that you could probably manage. And we're going to talk like lowballing your worth. Lowballing what you gain from that, okay? Let's say you pay her $40 a week, but she does not, like, it's not you can care about your brothers and sisters. Like, for that money, you're like, he's lowballing the money, but she has. When he goes, she has to take care of her brothers and sisters. If she doesn't, like, that money will go for a real babysitter that actually wants to care about those child. For money, like, not for free. Even if he lowballs what it's worth, I still think he's the asshole. It's basically like those men that are saying that, like, having a woman at home taking care of the babies is not, like, it's basically like those assholes that says that, yeah, but my wife is not bringing back any money. Why would I pay her to stay with her own child? Why would I bring enough and let her have some freedom with the money? Like, I don't know if it makes sense, but it kind of goes in that row of you're having a little bit of financial freedom and you're like, yeah, but she's not bringing anything. She does bring something. Having a wife at home taking care of your kids, like, first off, just in daycare, you're saving hundreds of dollars a month, okay? But also you have someone that will take care, and they don't have to, but like most of the time they do. That will take care of, like, making food, keeping the house in order. I don't know if you know how hard it is. Sometimes you have no child and you have a hard time to do that. And once you start having 1, 2, 3 child, I swear, we have 2 at the moment, keeping the house in check. It's a freaking, like, more than full-time job. It's absurd how much time it takes to take control of it, and also how quick your child are at finding something with which they can kill themselves inside the house. Be a knife, maybe like a toxic product, maybe anything. Like, they're quick. Once they start walking, they're quick. Try to follow that thing while it does some shit. It's crazy. So, yeah. For me, like, there's no doubt. He's the asshole. Yeah. I don't like the move of the daughter to go and cry to the sister, but, like, she tried to find someone to be able to argue for her to some point. I don't know. What's that game, Hebda? So, just so you can see how fast the baby can die. I don't know. What's that game, Hebda? And it sounds so wrong, so I will not pronounce it. How's it going, Ghostly? It's been a while. I haven't seen you, and I'm super hyped to see you, dear. You've seen the end of the Am I the Asshole section, and now we're going to play a new game. A game that technically just came out. Wait, am I on the right? Oh, wasn't that? Okay.